Hey everyone, my name is Ray. I was just wanting to share with everyone how I was doing the Cutting It Close projects. In particular, the November 2025 project was the game kit, the game box kit. So that is a game box kit that has the cards and the board that comes along with it and the hardware, everything that you really need to get the job done. But one of the things I wanted to do was add a component in there which is called left, right, center. I don't know if any of you have actually played this, but adults play it with quarters generally. And I guess when you're playing with kids, or if you don't want to go with quarters, you can use the chips inside. So I'd like to be able to embed this into this kit to make it a complete kit for what I need. So I want to show you how I'm going to alter it. And yes, you do get the license to be able to alter the unit and be able to add whatever you choose. But as an example, I'm going to be adding the latches, a different latch system. I might expand it out to fit this, and I may be able to do a few more things to make it more appealing to what I need it for. So if you hang on there, I'm going to show you how I'm going to work it, and we'll see how we can get this kit right here to be able to fit within the boundaries of the job. Okay? This is the actual VCarve setup file that he can send you, and this is the existing configuration on a 24 by 12 board. If I wanted to be able to fit this 1 inch by say 5 inch tube, I would have to take this area here. What I'd like to do is expand this out a little bit more, try to save the pencil area, and be able to include that. So what I'm going to do is see what the limitations of each end are. I want to be able to give myself about a 1/2 inch on each end of this 24-inch board, so I can still secure it up in the corners and be able to not hit the clamps. So let's see if we can do that. If I hold the shift key down and I go to transform both of the front and back and not touch any of the inner components, I'm going to be able to pull these out a little further. If I take a look here, I could see that I've got about a 0.54 to be able to fit, a clamp and still not run it too far. But one of the things you do lose is the positioning of these holes now. So if I click on these, they're all grouped together. I'm going to have to put them back down and center them out where they had them before. And if I look at the original file, these guys are about, let's take a peek, 0.0677. So what I'm going to do is create another boundary box, start here, and that is my distance that I have to move it to. So let's see if we can't move this and verify. Yep, we have a clear line here and a clear line there. Good. So what I'm going to do now is move it down to my area here. And I want this to reside down in this area. So these are all grouped together. So let's get the distance from the bottom to be the same. And let me zoom in here. I'm going to bring this down to the very edge. You can see that I am touching. It's a clear line. Now let's move this down. And that's going to do all 4 of them. Zoom in real tight. There we go. We have it touched. Now all 4 of them are at the correct distance for the barrel hinges. But what now I now need to do is center them out onto each board. So I'm going to delete this little component. I'm going to split these out because I need to separate them from from each other. So these two are combined and these two are grouped. But when I click on here, I'm going to have to ungroup these so that I can get the back, the bottom and the top each. So I'm going to click on this guy, these two guys, and I'm going to hold the shift key, click on the bottom boundary, and then go to bam. I'm going to do the same here. So I'm going to go here and bam. So now the holes are centered again, and I have a little bit more space to go off of down on this outside edge. I still have room for the clamps, and I can probably fit in the boundaries that I'm looking for. I've taken measurements of the chips and the die. So what I want to do is I want to build, I'm going to leave everything that they've got here. I'm going to build what I need on this section here and see if we can't fit a small segment for a pen, one single pen. So my boundaries here for the actual chips are going to be a 0.88 by 475, plus I'm going to need a 1/4 inch for the roundovers. So if I'm going to do a radius external at a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch, 2 radiuses, the chip will come right to this edge. So it's going to leave a little bit of movement, but I'll be able to fit all the chips within there. So let's go with a 4.75. Oh, that's for all of them. How about a 2. Let's take a look. Oh my God, need the glasses. 2.85 plus 0.24. That looks about right. And we're going to delete that one. Sorry. So this is going to be for the chips. And if I'm being honest, I'm going to set it there. It's still giving me some room between the die in here, and I'm sure if I don't want to move that because it aligns with the top of the box here. So what I'm going to do is, and this one does not have a top component. So I'm going to need the top component because this is actually 0.88 thick, and I will need to match this once I'm complete with the images that I'm putting in, so I can put in the pockets. So we've got this one for the chips, and we're going to do the die next. And if I look at their width for the die, their width is a point. Oh, they have it combined. Ungroup these as well. Their die width is 0.79. So if I Control C and Control V, because I want the die to be tight inside of here, and I need this box to be 1.9 plus 1/4. So I believe it's going to be 2.15. So let's make it 2.15. And we've got that, and we're going to move it up so that it aligns with the other. And give it about a 1/4 inch difference between them. Okay. So these two are aligned. But this is the original pencil holder. I'm wondering if I can fit that within the boundaries. Ooh, that's tight. It's probably too tight. What if I go ahead and try to make these a little tighter, a little closer, a little bit closer now. Stop it. What if I switch them with the chips were here and the die were back here. I think that'd probably look better. Let's do that. Let's go all the way to the top to align with those cards, and then move these out to make it look like it's a it's in line. Okay, so the chips are going to go here, and the die are going to go here, and the pencil, you know, I'm pretty sure if I thin this out, what is that distance? That looks like it's 0.44. You know, I think 0.44, if I take a look at a tape measure and a pen, that should be plenty. 0.44. Yeah, I think it'll just fit a pen or pencil. So let's leave it like that and get this game going for the left, right, center. So this one has to be, these are going to have to be mirrored on the top end. So what I'm going to do is select both of them, Control C, Control V, so I made a copy of them and I can just move them all the way over to the other side. One of the difficult things are going to be, how do I get the right distance? And so what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to use boxes. I'm going to use a box to identify the distance from the edge to the box. And that looks like we're close. But we're going to zoom in and get it really tight. Like that. And do the same over here. Like that. So now I have a distance box that I can move all the way to the other side. And be sure that I am exactly on center. And moving, moving, moving. And let's zoom back in. Move this guy. Hold Control. Moving it in to there. We can move it even a little more. There we go. Now I have an exact distance of what these chips can be moved. And let's zoom back in. Make sure we have a tight parameter. Right there. Okay, so I can delete this now. I've got the distance between these two. They should be right in line with each other. The original dice are going to go here, the dominoes here, the two card decks are going to here, and these two are going to be for the chips and the left, right, center, as well as keeping and maintaining this pencil. So I'm going to save this for now. And we're going to call this Classic Game Set Increase Size. Yeah, that sounds good. So now we do have on their original, these two are 0.375 deep, so they grouped those. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab this. And I'm also going to include the die next to them for the left, right, center. And we're going to hit group. Okay, so the pencil remains the same, but we're going to go here and here, here, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. And we're going to group those. So we've got these two grouped. We've got those three grouped. And we need these three grouped. So this one, this one and group those. So for this one, I actually needed to add this to the 0.5 scenario, only because we're 0.88. And well, that was uncomfortable. So I was saying it was 0.88 total size. And if this is 0.5 deep, I need to make this a 0.39, and which I did. This is after the fact. I had already produced this out, so I'm just putting this in to insert for you to have some reference point. I also added a finger pull here that allows me to grab the mechanical pencil that I'm including in the kit for the family members. So I created all of the pockets, and using the 3/16 bit. Then I'm going to add their name using a 1/16 inch bit using epoxy to fill in, and that's what it looks like on the final product. But I just wanted to add that, and then let's get into production and see what we can do with my little baby CNC. So I have a Genmitsu Prover XL V2, and I'm running it with G Sender. I had expanded it out to the 60 by or 600 by 600, which is about 23.9 by 23.9. Here I'm getting the bit ready and setting it up and making sure that my Z-axis is set, and then I'm going to be testing the barrel hinges to see if I need to put in a pocket allowance to make it fit, but I was good to go. Once I got it cut out, obviously I got to do the round over. I did a 1/8 round over around the whole box on the tops only. Once that was completed, I loaded it back in, put in the name with a 1/16 inch bit, and then filled the epoxy section and sanded it down. Once I had it all sanded, I put together I ran through the grits from 80 down to 320, and seal, sand, and seal again. And then I think it's a complete project, and I hope my family members enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more projects every week. Appreciate your time. Thanks.